Welcome to lesson 2. Today, we're tackling a critical distinction, one that will reshape how you view your leadership role moving forward. In today's fast evolving world, especially with the rise of AI, understanding the difference between project management and program management isn't just theoretical, it's strategic. Here's why. Projects focus on short term deliverables, while programs focus on the long term transformation. AI can automate outputs, but it takes human leadership to align outcomes with purpose, values, and mission. Think of it this way, a project builds the new IT system, while a program ensures that the IT system transforms how the entire company serves the customers. So, for instance, project management is about delivering a single output or deliverable, while program management is about managing multiple projects towards a strategic outcome. Project management can be about the specific start and the end date, while program management is an ongoing, evolving structure. Project management is a tactical execution, while program management is a strategic oversight. And project management has a limited scope, while program management has a broad cross functional impact. Here's a real world story to make it tangible. So, when I first started the FactSet developer days, the project was about launching the online event, and it contains developing the sign up page, the features of the pages, the user logins, etc. But the program was much bigger. It's about creating a self sustaining ecosystem of learning and networking, empowering developers globally, and increasing the client retention through long term engagement. Different timelines, different mindsets, different leadership. Here's the truth, AI can automate tasks, AI can accelerate workflows, but only strategically aligned programs will survive and thrive. Why? Because when AI speeds everything up, organizations that only focus on isolated projects will miss cross functional opportunities, get outpaced by system thinkers, and struggles with fragmented short term wins. Meanwhile, program leaders will align multiple AI projects under one strategic vision, lead agile ecosystems, not just task forces, and deliver sustainable, resilient value. Pro tip: if you treat AI projects as isolated sprints without a cohesive program vision, you're building a ship with no compass. So ask yourself, are you aligning multiple initiatives towards a bigger strategic outcome? Are you managing stakeholders across departments or just within one team? Are you thinking about 1 year from now, not just 3 months ahead? Are you measuring impact, not just outputs? If you answer yes to most of this, congratulations. You're already stepping into the mindset of a strategic program leader. Let's turn learning into actions immediately. Here's a quick activity to help you reflect. Write down one project or initiative you've been working on today. Imagine it as being part of a larger program. What strategic outcomes would you aim for? Dream bigger and connect wider. The world doesn't need more managers pushing tasks across the line. It needs more visionaries who architect real transformation. And that's exactly what you're becoming. See you in the next lesson. We'll build the leadership muscles you'll need to thrive in the AI era. Now that you have distinguished program leadership from project management, it's time to explore something even more exciting: the new leadership skills that the Gen AI era demands from you. Skills that, if you master them, will not only future proof your career, but position you as a true architect of change. In the past, program leaders were valued for being organized, following plans, reporting accurately. Today, that's the baseline. In an AI powered world, leadership is no longer about how well you control a plan. It's about how well you adapt, think across systems, and lead with human authenticity. Pro tip: if you're just managing processes, AI will soon outpace you. But if you're leading transformation, no AI can replace you. So, what are the four core future ready leadership skills? Let's break them down one by one. So, the first one is about strategic curiosity. What does it mean? It means that you'll be having to ask constantly, is there a better way, a smarter system, or a hidden opportunity? Like, for example, exploring how AI driven project prediction tools could save about 20% of your project costs. Second, systems thinking. It's about seeing beyond silos, such as connecting tech with people, process, and the society. So, for example, recognizing that AI and HR impacts not just recruitment, but team morale, innovation rates, and legal compliances. Number three, agile decision making. It's knowing that making smart, confident moves quickly based on real time feedback. So, for example, it's about shifting a product roll timeline because predictive analytics show a better launch window. And lastly, human centered leadership. It's about balancing AI efficiency with empathy, creativity, and purpose. So, for example, designing onboarding processes where AI handles admin, freeing humans to focus on mentoring and connection. Notice how none of these are technical skills alone, they are meta skills, ways of thinking and leading, and they make you AI augmented, not AI replaced. Let's deep dive into each skill. So, the first skill is the strategic curiosity. The leaders who will thrive ask better questions, faster and more often than others. Questions like, what if we automate risk reporting? Or what if we build AI nudges into stakeholder communication? What if team well being metrics were predicted by mood AI tools? As an activity, you can write down three what if questions you could ask about your current program right now. Number two, systems thinking. You know, a program doesn't live in isolation. It lives inside an ecosystem of tools, people, policies, and external forces. Leaders who think systematically anticipate domino effects. So, for example, how AI adoption in sales affects customer satisfaction, or it could be how fast decision cycles impact talent retention. Number three, agile decision making. Gone are the days of 6 month deliberations. Gen AI these days feeds you faster insights, but you must choose how to act on them without the fear of perfect information. Quick iteration beats slow perfection at the end of the day. Pro tip: leaders who wait for certainty lose to those who act with clarity and uncertainty. And lastly, number four, human centered leadership. We must never lose what makes us irreplaceable: empathy, creativity, ethical judgment. AI can do pattern recognition, but only humans can do pattern creation tied to real human needs. Let's do a quick exercise. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate yourself today on these four skills? 1 as you're just starting out, and 5 is strong, confident leader. So, you can rank yourself with the four skills. The first is the strategic curiosity, the second is systems thinking, the third, agile decision making, and the last is human centered leadership. Which leadership skill do you most want to grow over the next 30 days, and why? You're not just learning tools, you're rewiring your leadership DNA. In the next lesson, I'll share real stories from my own experience managing complex AI integrated global programs so you can see these leadership skills in action. See you there. Welcome to one of my favorite parts of this course, real stories. Because theory is great, but transformation happens when you see how these leadership principles work in the real world. You see, managing small projects teaches discipline. Managing complex global initiatives teaches vision, agility, and resilience. In this lesson, I'll walk you through real examples from my journey, from building developer communities to leading tech driven climate campaigns to scaling learning platforms globally. Establishing a globally recognized certification program to upskill and standardize capabilities for more than 4,000 developers and financial professionals, integrating with the FactSet ecosystem. The reality is, developers and engineers value credibility, not corporate checkboxes. Certifications are only as good as the value they bring in the real world, and without adoption and advocacy, even the best programs fail flat. So my strategy back then is I co-designed the FactSet Enterprise Certification Program with product and client success teams. We embedded real-world use cases and API fluency into modular, self-paced learning journeys. We gamified the progress as much as we can and created a leaderboard to drive internal client engagement. And we integrated with a FactSet Developer Hub and other learning platforms and live product workshops for continuous learning. How did AI play a role in this program? So first, we used third-party providers that specializes in AI-driven diagnostics to assess learner baseline and to recommend custom workflow tracks. Second is we worked with experts that integrate NLP for automated feedback analysis to iterate on content quality. Lastly, we implemented some predictive learning content development models with our partner content developers to flag drop off risk and boost completion rates. As an outcome, we had a target of 2,000 professionals to get certified in the first 6 months, and the clients using FactSet certification program accelerated their onboarding and integration by 20%. And lastly, we augmented the enterprise sales quarterly ROI targets through upselling and developer driven retention. As a pro tip, we didn't just teach FactSet, we created a currency of trust, capability, and continuous learning across global teams, all fueled by data and community. A second notable story is about the building and the launching of the WWF Changemakers online course. The challenge was we were brought in to inspire and equip over 100,000 young people to act on climate change virtually and across different countries, languages, and tech access levels. In reality, there's a difference in cultural context, difference in the educational access, and there's pretty much low tech literacy in some regions. So my strategy as the program lead at the time is to build the course to be mobile first and to as much as possible translate the language into another language, which is Spanish apart from English. Second is to create the modular learning journeys, and the program is all self-paced and instructor supported. And lastly, we collaborated with other organizations such as Coalition Wild, Low Carbon City, for regional relevance. So how did agile leadership help? First, we pivoted from fully live sessions to hybrid asynchronous models based on feedback. The second is we used basic AI tools to translate the accuracy checks and the content sentiment calibration. As an outcome, we surpassed our 100,000K target for as global reach. The second is we empowered youth-led climate initiatives across multiple continents. And lastly, we built a sustainable, replicable program model. And as a pro tip, the biggest breakthroughs didn't come from technology. They came from listening, adapting, and designing human centered experiences, then amplified them with AI. Across all these initiatives, three leadership truths kept surfacing. First, vision and flexibility beat rigid planning. Have a bold North Star, but allow flexible roadmaps. No plan survives first contact with reality, built for learning loops. Second is data driven storytelling wins hearts and budgets. Numbers tell the what, and narratives tell the why, and inspire action. Third is culture is the ultimate accelerator. Programs built on trust, curiosity, and shared purpose outperform rigid, control driven programs every time, especially when scaling fast across geographies. So, data and AI tools can drive efficiency, but culture drives momentum, and momentum wins over perfection every single time. So, now it's your turn. Think about a program you admire, and it could be a tech launch, a humanitarian initiative, or a marketing movement. Answer these two questions. First, what was their big vision? Second, how did flexibility or adaptation play a role in their success? Write down your answers and reflect. Connect. Real leadership isn't perfect spreadsheets or robotic tasks completion. It's vision, adaptation, and human centered action amplified by technology. In the next lesson, we'll give you a practical strategic alignment checklist to make sure that every program you build or lead is pointed at real measurable impact. Let's keep building your leadership advantage. Welcome to the fourth lesson of Module 2. This might be the shortest lesson, but in many ways, it's the most important. In an AI driven world, speed isn't the problem anymore. The real threat is misalignment, racing faster and faster in the wrong direction. Programs that lack alignment waste resources, exhaust teams, confuse stakeholders, and create noise instead of outcomes. Strategic alignment is the North Star that ensures every project, every action, every AI integration points towards a shared, meaningful goal. As a pro tip, think of strategic alignment as the gravitational force that holds all your moving parts, projects, people, platforms together. Whenever you're designing, leading, or reviewing a program, ask yourself these five essential questions. First, does this program directly align with a core strategic goal? If it doesn't, why are we doing it? Second, are we solving a real validated problem backed by data, not assumptions? The gut feelings are great for intuition, but strategic leaders validate with evidence. Third question, can success be clearly defined and measured? Vague goals equate to vague results. Think of the SMART metrics, SMART being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. It equates to accountability and momentum. Fourth question, is every key stakeholder aligned on the why, not just the what? When people understand the why, they stay motivated through ambiguity. Question number 5. Are we building adaptability into the program design? In the age of AI, rigidity kills, flexibility wins. Let's apply this quickly. So when I launched the enterprise certifications FactSet, what does it mean to have alignment to strategy? It means that I was there to empower clients and developers to build faster, strengthening retention. The second is we have validated problems. So we had a research that shows client needed more developer tools and training. Third is clear metrics. It's all about quarterly platform engagement, certification completions, client retention rate, etc. The next is stakeholder alignment. So it's important to have the buy-ins of the senior leadership, engineering teams, and client success teams aligning on the mission. And lastly, adaptability. Content and platform features were evolved based on analytics and feedback loops. Without this checklist, we wouldn't just build another corporate website. So with it, we built a global community. As a pro tip, strategic misalignment is silent at first, but it grows louder in missed KPIs, team burnout, and stakeholder engagement. It's your turn to lead like a future ready strategist. Choose one program or project or initiative you're currently involved with or planning. Apply the strategic alignment checklist. And for any no answer, write one idea to improve the alignment immediately. Remember, tools are powerful, technology is exciting, but without strategic clarity, they become noise. In Module 3, we finally start mapping how AI fits into the program stages smarter, faster, and ethically aligned. See you there in the next module.